Hey everybody, so today I want to talk about Zionism. So we all know about the Zionist aspects of the international banking system. We all know about what's going on in Palestine with the subjugation of the Palestinians by the Israelis. We all know about the genocide that's going on in Yemen that is Zionist-backed. And we know about the Zionist control of the US and other nations around the world. And it's really good to talk about these things, and that's really the first step. However, what do we do next? Ultimately, why are we talking about these things? Is it just to alleviate our anxiety around these issues? What is it? Well, ultimately, I think that a lot of people actually want to see change being done. So that's why I think that sooner or later we're going to need to start to do something about this, about international Zionism, and start collectivizing and start really combating it in real life. And I think that the first step before that can even happen is we need to call out Zionism. We need to call it out where it appears. A lot of people refuse to do this, and a lot of people, even people who like to talk about the deep state, don't like to talk about Zionism. And talking about the deep state is very important, but it's also important to acknowledge the Zionist aspects of it. The Zionist aspects around, weapons of mass destruction, that lie, the lie of Russiagate, the lie of never-ending war. It's Zionism plays a really big aspect in this. And ultimately, what do we do where we have a situation in Yemen where people are literally dying? The people who aren't dying are simply just surviving, and they're suffering. That's no way to even live. We have the Gaza Strip, where people only have access to electricity and water 4 hours out of the day. And we have a situation in places like Bethlehem and Hebron, Palestine, where the Israelis throw rocks at people and force the Palestinians to live in slums. Sometimes the slums being across from where they used to live back in the good old days, back before the Israelis occupied their nation or their area. And ultimately, we need to be sooner or later actually doing something about this, doing something about international Zionism. But until we actually start naming Zionism where we see it, I don't see a lot of things getting done. So I think that's our very first step. But basically, I just had a few words for today because I think that this is definitely a subject I want to get going into later videos. But sooner or later, we're seriously going to need to start taking this off of the internet. Well, not taking this off the internet, but moving from the internet into real life and actually collectivizing in real life against international Zionism. Okay, so that's all I had to say today. So I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later.